builders and how they made this happen. But we'd like to acknowledge, but to start the whole process off, Commodore Builders has done an enormous amount of work, many hours to make this bandstand happen. From the planning process to the building process, and they were out here day and night. If you were in this neighborhood, you saw the building all hours of the day and night. So we can't even acknowledge, but this never would have happened without Commodore Builders basically standing up and making it happen. Many people who have been here with it, day in, day out, with it, Caitlin and Rob and Dave and Mark and Tim, day after day. But I'm going to kind of miss, hanging out here every day with them, watching them. So the next project we're going to work on, I guess I'm going to go and work on that project by sitting there and watching them. So, I'm going to miss kind of hanging out with them. They really work well together, and everyone kind of acknowledged that Commodore, that they really like working together. And it's really a great company and how they work together. I also would like to acknowledge my wife Bonnie, who's in the audience. Because I get all the credit, I get to stand on the stage and basically make all the speeches, but she gets to run the High Center and actually make sure that bills are paid and invoices go out, and actually the building is rented, which if you had to rest and have me do it, it would be a bad situation. So I get the microphone and she gets to do all the work, so I'd like to acknowledge Bonnie. Janice is on the board of Commodore, she's on the board of the High Community Center, and not only did she go back and forth to make the things happen from both organizations, but she was on the phone, emailing, calling, she was really pushing everyone to make the thing happen. So Janice Falk was a key person for actually making a bandstand that I'm standing on today. And I also like to acknowledge that the city of Newton, a lot of people don't realize the High Community Center is private property. The Newton Highlands Community Development Corporation runs the High. So a lot of people think the High is part of the city of Newton, but it's the ultimate in public-private partnerships between what Commodore was doing here and what the High Community Center was doing here. But also, the city of Newton, DPW did an enormous amount of work. All these great walkways, they were digging and helping with it. Parks and Recreation was doing an enormous amount of site prep work with us. So without the city departments making this thing happen, this bandstand's on private property, but without this field, without all the work Parks and Rec does in DPW, we wouldn't be here, we'd have no audience, we'd have no place to go. So I'd like to acknowledge all the city departments, and when people talk about how private groups in the city can work together, this is a perfect example of city-private groups coming together and making something really happen.
Small pocket parks. I want to not talk just about the bandstand, but the work that's been done in the front of this site is unbelievable. Just a hand to John and all the volunteers that were involved with that. I mean, it is absolutely public-private volunteers. I know there's a large Newton Highlands contingent that comes out here and does work and maintains that for us and helps Parks and Rec and has events like this. Like I said, when you see a park that is sitting in a neighborhood and gets a neighborhood use to get this kind of use. Not only that, this is the group that was the first group in the city, I will tell you that decided they wanted to have skating rinks on their parks. You guys started it, so kudos for that. There's been 3 other groups that have followed you after that. But no, they're really, and I think I see it coming more and more. There's going to be more parks that want to do that. But again, that was started by this group, and that was a wonderful job. So I think that we need to look at this throughout the city.
During the winter time, they build a ice skating rink in the middle of the park, right over there, where all those people are in the center of the park. And that's what he's talking about right now.
I'd like to see this. Our resources are limited. So when people say that, we'd like to see it too. Sometimes we can't do it. What this Newton Highlands neighborhood does is they said, we'd like to see this, we'd like to see this, and we're going to go out and do it. So a round of applause for yourselves for that, because that really is the way it should work throughout the city. So from the city, the entire city of Newton, along with the Executive Office, Parks and Rec, DPW, John, and all of the volunteers for the Newton Highlands, congratulations on this. Good luck, and have a wonderful night tonight. Thank you.
Alright everybody, I thought I'd show you the front of the playground. There's the sign, the Hyde Playground. In this particular space, was the space that he was talking about in the front. The gentleman on the stage just talking a little while ago. And this particular space right here, this whole garden and all that business, and that fountain has been recently put in, was done in conjunction with a whole bunch of local businesses and groups, and it's really, really beautiful. There's the bench right there. That was donated by the Taiwanese Cultural Center, which is right over there behind those signs. Well, that's actually the gym. It's actually right behind the bandstand, the Taiwanese Cultural Center of Boston. They did a lot of work building this in conjunction with the city. And each one of these bricks was purchased by a citizen of our city for $100. You could buy one of these bricks, and it helps pay for all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know that over there. Look at that. The fire department's here. They got a really cool ladder up there with the flag hanging off of it. I didn't even notice that. Okay, there's the other fountain. In the middle, this is actually the middle of the front of the park. It's really, really beautiful stuff. Beautiful fountain. This is the memorial at the corner of the park that was put in by the city, and it is dedicated to the individuals that lost their lives in World War II that are from this city. So that's the war memorial. There is, I'm not gonna get a good view of it because I feel like I'm in it's a prison film. There's the bandstand over there. And all the people. Alright, I'm right below ladder 2, where the flag's hanging. That is ridiculously cool. Awesome. There's ladder 2 right there. And the local firemen. I consider every fireman and police officer a hero. I just think that it's the most noblest job pretty much on the planet. They just risk their lives and save people every single day. And we don't say enough about them. Alright, here is a close-up of ladder 2. That thing is just awesome. Look at, they got the supports out. That thing's lifted off the ground a good couple of inches. This is about to start in a minute. Oh, let me spin around. Here is the doorway of the back end of the park. So now it won't look like such a prison film. There's a shot of the new bandstand from the front and the other end of the park. And there is a shot of my building right there.